everybody, and thank you for tuning into a special edition of the Silly Goose Sports Talk. I am Big T, and today I will be doing none other than this year's, finally, I actually got around to doing it one season, the NASCAR predictions for the year. And today I'm joined by one of my best bros. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Matt. I'm basically just the resident NASCAR nerd. Looking forward to the season. And I'm ready to get this started, too.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so as we all know, this past season in 2023 was not what I had hoped for. Glad to see Ryan Blaney get the championship, but for Elliott and the Hendrick guys, that was really, really a shame to see all that go down the drain so early on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nightmare season for Chase Elliott, for sure. And that was tough.
At least he probably had a happy Christmas and a merry off season, I would say, don't you think?
Yeah.
But yeah,
and the good thing is we can wish Kevin Harvick a happy retirement now, too.
Yeah, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I kind of wanted to see him ride into the sunset with a win. Even though he wasn't in the Final Four, I don't know, I feel like that would have been poetic.
I mean, yeah, that's true, especially at Phoenix.
Right, which he absolutely
his
dominated.
Best track his whole career.
Yeah, he's been dominating that track the past 20 years.
Right.
Which I'm still mad about Phoenix in the spring of 2018, where Elliott had the lead there for a little bit, and then Harvick decided to start Harvicking.
Yeah, that was like his third win in a row, too.
Oh my goodness,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Atlanta, Vegas, and Phoenix? He got 3 in a row. I was scared he was...
that was like... What?
I was scared he was going to win Auto Club as well, but then Kyle Larson went and kamikazed him or something like that.
Yeah, they wrecked on like a pit cycle or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then Truex ended up dominating it, I believe it was.
Yeah, they had the big three that year. It was Busch, Truex, and Harvick.
That was the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah, especially when it was supposed to be Chase's breakout year, too.
Well, at the end of the season, he did end up breaking out after Watkins Glen. We all know what happened there. But, yeah, I expected that to start happening earlier in the season. But without further ado, I say let's get started on this year's predictions. So, before we go over to mine, who is your pick for Daytona?
For Daytona?
Yes, sir.
I pick this every year. I'm going to until he actually wins it. Ryan Blaney.
He deserves one. I would absolutely agree with that. I think that after 2018, after dominating most of that race and then getting shuffled back there at the end, I was still bummed over the Stage 2 chase wreck, but I was like, hey, let's see that 12 car. Let's see him win one. But unfortunately, I do have other plans for Daytona. I do have KFB finally getting one.
Oh, wow.
I feel like
Kyle Busch.
The 20 years of trying thing has never failed.
I guess you're right there. I guess you're right.
Since this is his 20th year, he joins RCR. Austin Dillon wins 20 years after Dale Earnhardt wins his in RCR. And that was Earnhardt's 20th try. I'm not a Kyle Busch fan by any means. I was one of the most profound Kyle Busch haters up until these past two or 3 years, where he's really kind of settled down and hasn't been the piece of junk that we all know him as. I
agree. Like, especially since he's moved to RCR too.
Yeah, and now that he has a kid and all, it's like he's kind of grown up.
Right. And I mean, it would be poetic to see him win the 500. He deserves it.
Yeah,
more
absolutely.
than anyone, honestly, I feel like.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Other than Chase Elliott, obviously, but.
Yeah.
But now, who do you got for Atlanta? That's my big question.
Atlanta, I threw around like 4 or 5 names in my head for this, because I mean, like, there's a couple of guys that have been good there consistently.
Yeah.
Ever since the repave. But I'm gonna pick Ross Chastain for this one.
Wow. I was not expecting that. I would have. Wow.
Remember
I
back in
can see that.
2022 when they first repaved it, and he got second in the spring race, then he got second in the summer race too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going on a gut feeling here. I feel like the streak is going to end. Chase Elliott finally breaks through and wins at Atlanta. I want to see it.
That's
I
all I
want
can
to
say
see
for that one.
it. I really want to see him do that comeback. But I think Chastain. Why did I not think of him? That is seriously.
I would
bold.
love to see Chase. I'd love to see him break his streak at his hometown track too.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Yeah, either there or like Talladega, because I mean you get the same market of fans there too.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe even a Homestead or a Darlington or something like that.
Darlington would be super cool. I'm going to the spring race
wow.
there this year.
Nice.
So
yeah, I've always wanted to go to Darlington. I'm probably gonna go to Richmond, maybe Martinsville, hopefully Bristol, if I get a car in time, a car functioning in time.
yeah, you got one of the three short tracks for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're all these Mid-Atlantic short tracks. You know, if only we had that 2021 Xfinity Bristol finish. If we could have that every week.
Oh my god, yeah. That's one of the best finishes I've ever seen.
Agreed. I
feel like that's not a controversial opinion.
That was incredible. I mean, well, it's short track racing. Rah, rah, rah.
I was at that race that happened too.
Holy moly! Yeah, you were texting me about that. You were like, "What is this race, bro?"
Yeah.
No, you were texting Twisted Toe, I believe, because we weren't talking yet.
Yeah, it was. I think it was in Twisted Toe when I was just like, "What on earth is going on here?"
Now, Vegas, I think I'm pretty sound in my prediction. What do you think about Vegas for you?
Vegas, well, I feel like you mentioned Kyle Busch earlier, and I think we're getting to the point of his career where his wins are numbered.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's going to get the same kind of thing as his brother Kurt did. Get one of his walk-off wins at Las Vegas.
That I like that.
He's my pick.
I like that. I'm staying on the Kyle train here. However, I got Larson in this one. I just think,
Larson goes back to back in Vegas.
Yeah, with how dominant he's been in those mile and a halves the past few years, even with the next gen car kind of stunning that a tiny bit, it's hard to put money against him and win.
Yeah, and Vegas is probably his best intermediate too, because he should have won the spring race there last year.
I'd say
too.
either
he was
Vegas,
pulling away from Byron in the end.
Yeah, I'd say either Vegas or Homestead would be his best, because you remember in 2016 when he was in those the Chip Ganassi cars, which definitely weren't the top of the field at that point. He went and he was easily top 5 almost every race at that track.
Yeah, he was leading like consistently 100 plus laps every race at Homestead for years.
But Homestead's later in the season. But now we go to Phoenix. This is a championship preview at Phoenix. Who's your Phoenix winner this season?
I got another off the wall pick for this one. Chris Buescher.
Oh.
Remember last year in the championship race when he drove up and took the lead away from Chastain, and I think he won stage 2?
Yeah.
He's low-key really good there.
He has been, and honestly, Chris Buescher in general has really had a career resurgence. I mean, I thought he was a one-and-done winner after that Pocono race in 2016. But, yeah, he is. Brad Keselowski coming in has really revitalized Roush. And I think RFK has a lot of special things for this year. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I think they're going to be quicker than they even were last year.
That is going to be scary, especially for those Hendrick Chevys.
Yeah.
But my Phoenix pick, I got Tyler Reddick.
Oh, that's another one I thought about for this one.
Yeah, I just...
Why did you say Reddick?
I think that Tyler Reddick has this kind of swagger to him. I don't know if it's like an under the lights kind of thing, but you just can never count him out.
Yeah, especially right now where I think he's starting to get into his prime.
I think this is his breakthrough year.
Oh, I do too. That's spoiler alert for the video, but I think so too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Reddick can do this year, even though I'm not a Toyota fan by any means. If only...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, with Toyota, we got the new car model coming out, and we haven't mentioned them yet till just now.
Oh, snap. I forgot about that. Scratch
Yeah,
that. Chase Elliott wins all 36 races.
Dangerous.
Well, remember in 2018, they're like, oh, this Camaro is going to be so awesome. In 2018, they just floundered.
Yeah, that was like the worst Chevy year that I can ever remember.
I
mean, what if it's Toyota this year?
I wouldn't be surprised. But also Ford in 2019 with the Mustang, they also kind of struggled a little bit. I'm not sure if that was because of the Mustang or because of the horsepower drop again. But... it's food for thought. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either, but they did kind of struggle. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember. Harvick was the only
kind of a
bright spot.
bad Ford year.
Well, Logano got a few wins then too, didn't he?
Logano and Keselowski, I think, won like 2 or 3 races.
Yeah, because Keselowski won at Kansas. I remember that.
Yeah, and I think I forgot the other races he won.
Didn't he?
He won like 2 or 3 though.
Yeah, he won something. We'll get on that.
Yeah.
And now, who do you have for the Circuit of the Americas? That race has been strangely, as much as I thought that it's just another road course. It'll just be a lame 2 hours and 5 us.
Isn't Bristol before that though?
Yeah, Bristol. Wait, did we do Bristol? No, we didn't.
Yeah, Bristol, I think.
Oh
is
snap!
after
I
Phoenix.
forgot. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I have it on here. I don't know why I skipped Bristol. That's my bad. Who do you have for Bristol?
You're gonna like this pick. That's where Chase breaks his streak. I think.
Oh, I
it's
like
his
that.
best track. It's his best track that he's not won at yet. I think.
I'd agree with that. I'd say either that or no. He's won Kansas. He's won Kansas before. My bad.
Yeah, it's either that or I feel like maybe Michigan too.
Didn't he finish second place at Michigan 4 times in a row or something like that?
He did from like 2016 all the way to 2017.
Yeah. Hey, maybe he'll.
Like he's.
What was that?
Like he's low key, like really good there, even though the Chevys have kind of struggled there with the next gen.
Yeah. The next gen of those bigger tracks just seems kind of off in general, and that's not even just
for
a
the
Chevrolet
Chevys.
problem.
It definitely does.
I'd say everybody's struggling there, but I'd say the Chevys are struggling more. I don't know what would go into that. Maybe something about the front end, but
yeah, I think it's just the aero to the cars. But I'm not an aerodynamic expert.
Me neither. Unless it's NASCAR Heat 5 at Kansas, which I smoke the field every time.
Yeah. So who's your pick for Bristol then?
For Bristol, I gotta go Bell. I see him. See Bell at the short tracks, you know.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best short track drivers in the field today. I feel like.
Yeah. What is it? Every short track Xfinity race I've gone to, he's won. He's been in the conversation for it.
I think he might have won all those.
Yeah,
actually.
he won. I went to the Richmond Xfinity race in 2018. he went out and smacked the field.
Yeah, it was a spring race, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Allgaier was leading for a little bit, and then when Bell got the lead, my dad's like, "Yeah, this is it."
Yeah, he was just that good in his Xfinity years.
Another thing about Xfinity races at Richmond was I was also at the 2017 Xfinity race at Richmond, where it was the battle between Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Dale Jr.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, Keselowski ended up passing Busch with about 20-some laps to go. Jr. ended up somewhere in the top 10, I believe it was. And then Byron got third, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that. I was 12 years old, so I don't remember much.
There was 1 year, I think it might have been the next year, actually, where at Richmond Jr. came back again.
Yeah, I remember that. Man, that
it was against him and Chastain, I think.
Yeah, and Bell won that race, didn't he?
I think it might have been either him or Chastain.
Yeah, because Chastain was in a Ganassi car, and they were saying, "Oh, Chastain's got to get as many points here as he can before he goes back to JD Motorsports," because he was in the playoffs.
Yeah, I remember that too. It was like his first big break.
Yeah. And then DC Solar happened.
Yeah, that's...
FBI, open up! Well, I think that would conclude our Bristol segment for now. Now we can go on to COTA.
Yeah, now we got COTA. And for that one, I've got William Byron.
Ooh, I like that.
Probably the most underrated road course driver in the series right now.
Yeah, he's consistently running top 10, top 5.
It was a battle with him and Reddick at COTA last year.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one. I was doing something that day. I don't remember entirely. I just remember Reddick won.
Yeah, that was also when they had like 5 overtimes because they kept piling it up in the first quarter.
Oh, we love COTA.
Yeah, who's your pick?
My pick at COTA, I got to go with the 9 again.
Chase again.
Yeah. It's the comeback season.
I mean, I can see it. He won there in 2021, too.
Yeah. Well, that one, I don't know if he would have won had the rain not caught up.
Yeah, he got kind of lucky with that one, but a win's a win.
Yeah, I agreed. And last year, was it last year? No, 2022, I believe it was. He was running top 5 most of the day.
Yeah, he was up there a lot of the day, but he wasn't.
He finished 4th. I think that's because
he wasn't as good as Chastain.
I think he finished 4th. He would have been like 5th or 6th, but then all the wrecking happened.
Yeah, I can vaguely remember that race.
I mean, that was the one where Allmendinger, Chastain, and Bowman, they all started whacking at each other.
Yeah, that was a heck of a finish. Chastain just raked Allmendinger for the win, I think.
No, he sent him like a pinball right into Bowman. I was rooting for Bowman that race. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was Bowman.
Yeah.
I forget. That's like the only road course he's good at.
Yeah. But Bowman, man, I want to see him do well. But
yeah, I do too.
Now that we have Richmond on deck, who do you got for that one?
Ross Chastain again.
Ooh.
First repeat winner of the season.
That.
Remember last year where like he was running in the lead or top 3 all day at Richmond?
That was the fall race, was it? Or the summer race?
No, it was the spring race that Larson won.
Oh, that was the one where Josh Berry finished 2nd. I remember.
Yeah, it was like a battle with him, Byron, and Larson all day.
Yeah.
That's another low-key good track for him.
Even though Richmond as a whole has kind of fallen off the past 7-8 years.
I've liked Richmond with the next gen, at least.
I just think that those cars get away too easily. That's what I think.
Yeah, the thing about it is it's basically like a tire strategy race now.
Yeah.
and it makes it interesting, but it's not as entertaining as like Bristol.
Right, because you have to wait half an hour. It's like, oh, is he going to pit? Nope. Is he going to pit? Nope. Oh, now he pit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Reminds me of that one race, wasn't it Pocono, I believe it was, where Hamlin short pit Harvick?
I don't remember.
It was either Pocono or Michigan. Something. It was a fuel mileage race.
It might have been one of the Pocono races.
The doubleheader, I believe
Back
it
in like
was.
2020 or something.
I miss doubleheader races. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, those were actually pretty cool, especially for Pocono, I think.
Okay, another really, really, really underrated race that a lot of people don't talk about was that Thursday night Kansas race in 2020.
Oh yeah, that was a fun race.
Didn't Bush was it Busher or Priest? One of those JTG cars flipped.
Yeah, Priest, he didn't flip. He like hit the wall and went on his side for a second.
Yeah, that race. Holy smokes.
That was actually like that. There was a point where I thought it was going to be William Byron's first win.
Yeah, that was a race of comers and goers.
Yeah,
were there like what 6-7 lead changes in the last 50 laps or something like that? I think it was.
Yeah, it was an insane stretch down the end, and nobody ever talks about it though.
I'd say that was one of the best moments of the 550 horsepower package. Whatever.
Well, that was contingent on pretty much all of Kansas, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it was really good there.
I feel like Kansas is one of those few racetracks that actually was still good with the low horsepower.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be good if you ran, like, 50 horsepower there.
Yeah.
That'd still put on a good show. So anyway, like, what's your Richmond pick?
Oh, my Richmond pick has got to be Martin Truex Jr., even though I have a picture of Bob Pockrass, because I found it on Twitter. I thought it was funny.
I love that.
Look, I love Bob Pockrass. Bob Pockrass, if you see this video, we love you.
Yeah, Truex is a good pick for Richmond. That was always one of his best tracks, even before he could win on short tracks.
Yeah.
I think that was his first win on a short track.
Yeah,
actually.
2019.
Like
he was like 0 for 20 or something like that, right?
Yeah, then he beat Logano and Clint Boyer.
Clint Boyer! I remember he was strangely competitive in that race.
Yeah, that was like one of his last good races.
Yeah.
It was that and then the midweek Darlington race.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that one for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, God. Yeah, you just reminded me of the real reason we remember that race.
Yeah. But the week after that.
The next is Martinsville.
Oh, yeah. Who do you got at Martinsville?
Alex Bowman.
Ooh. I can see that.
His comeback win comes in Martinsville.
I see that. I can see that. I remember, what was it, 2021 it was, where he won in Martinsville?
When he raked Hamlin.
That race was incredible.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments of that whole season.
I remember, was that the one where Elliott was leading a lot of it? Because there's like every Martinsville race, he's going to lead at least 100 laps.
Yeah, he led like 300 laps, and then Keselowski wrecked him.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
I was so mad about that, and then Bowman saved us.
Yeah. And I remember Hamlin, there were just enough cars left on the lead lap for him to stay in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like he had to come from the back.
I remember
in that race.
MRN, they were going ballistic when that happened. They're like, oh, does he have enough time? And then they're like, oh, the points reset, blah, blah, blah. Something about like, oh, they're just enough points for him to move on without something catastrophic happening.
Yeah, it was like, unless he just didn't start the race, he was going to move on.
Yeah, and then I remember right before that restart, it's like, oh, Denny Hamlin's going to be safe. And then Bowman comes, boom, and then they're like, big trouble for Hamlin! That was funny.
That was incredible.
Now, after... I did not pull up my Martinsville thing yet. I need to do that. For Martinsville, I have Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher. That's an interesting pick for that.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what it is. I just have that gut feeling.
That makes sense. I mean, RFK and Full Raw together has been really good on the short tracks.
Yeah.
So
it was either him or Logano.
Number one, the Penske guys getting it.
My pick was between Buescher and Logano, and you know how much I hate Joey Logano, so I had to give it to Buescher.
Oh yeah. We haven't mentioned Logano once in this so far.
Maybe because he's washed.
Well, let's hope so, at least.
Yeah. Now we have Texas. Ugh.
Oh, God.
My worst track on NASCAR Heat.
Yeah, I dread going there every single year.
Other than that 2022, was it, that fall race? Where, like, Goodyear decided to die every 10 laps?
Yeah, it was like a tire roulette.
I remember Harrison Burton was leading, then he got his tire killed. Elliott was leading, he had a Goodyear moment, and then everybody, I think it was, and there were a bunch of wrecks.
I don't remember. I think Reddick won that race.
It was either Reddick or Larson, I think it was, because Larson won 3 in a row.
I'm pretty sure it was Reddick. Larson won in 2021.
Yeah, that's true. Was it Reddick? Let me Google it. Now I'm thinking. 2022 Texas.
I'll say my Texas pick while you're doing that.
All right. Yes, it was Reddick.
Eric
You were right.
Jones.
Eric Jones.
Yeah.
Holy moly! Why did I not think of him?
I mean, Texas is like Darlington's his best track, but Texas
Agreed.
is right up there too.
How did I forget that Eric Jones existed? Holy moly! Oops.
I mean, that makes sense. He was so mid last year.
Yeah. Him and Austin Dillon. Did I just say, who these guys? I remember these guys. They were good at one point.
Which Legacy's going to Toyota this year, so I think they're going to be faster.
True. That's true. That's another thing I'm worried about is them Toyotas. Darn cheating Toyotas in the front.
I wouldn't have picked him if he wasn't going to Toyota.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you consider their speed on the intermediates, you consider how good he is there, and I think you kind of have to pick him.
Yeah, that's true. But I see him I see him losing to Larson though. I had to give him the cowboy hat, you know.
Larson, he needs some redemption in Texas after last year.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That made me so mad when he pretty much wrecked himself.
He's the definition of checkers or wreckers.
Yeah, for better or worse.
He's either checkers wrecking his teammate or wreckers and checkers for the teammate.
Pretty much, like back to 2022 and those terrible.
I'm still mad about Auto Club.
That's Watkins Glen made me more mad than Auto Club did.
Yeah, that was later in the season, so that's true. That felt like it had more of an impact.
That was like the turning point in the year for Chase, I feel like.
Yeah, because that was that summer stretch he was doing incredible in.
And then, like...
In Michigan, he finished like 10th.
mediocre weeks.
Like 10th or something
at
Michigan.
And then he went to Watkins Glen. And then that happened.
Yeah, that was not a fun ending.
Yeah, and you're right about Michigan. He got like 10th or 11th or something there.
Yeah, I mean, which isn't bad. But at the same time,
but when
it's
you go
like
1-2, 1-2-1,
yeah,
it's like, yeah.
Now, after Texas, we have Talladega, which I feel like I have one of the spiciest picks. But let's hear yours first.
So I've noticed something about Talladega. We've had, ever since 2022, we've had a streak of really cool winners there. We had Chastain, Elliott, Busch, and Blaney.
Yeah.
I think we're due for a pretty bad winner, so I'm picking Denny Hamlin.
Ooh. I'm in the Gibbs camp for this one. but not the one you'd think. For this one, I have Ty Gibbs winning Talladega. I couldn't find a picture of him at Talladega, so I just did this random.
First career win for Ty Gibbs comes at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, well, after a 27 car pileup, obviously. However,
that might be what it takes for him to win that race.
Gregson could have won it, but then he got sideswiped by Josh Williams.
Yeah, I guess it was Williams. Yeah,
someone like that.
But yeah, Ty Gibbs for Talladega. That's not where I would have put his first win at.
I'm not sure. I had to put it somewhere, and I was like, you know what?
But I mean, it's Talladega.
Anything can happen at Talladega.
Right.
And
I think we both went in the bad winners camp.
And after that is Dover. I remember Dover 2018. One of my favorite moments.
Do what?
Dover 2018.
Oh, that was awesome.
Incredible.
That was like his third win, I think.
That was his second. Kansas was his third.
Oh, yeah, I guess Kansas did come later.
Yeah, they're both in the round of 12, I believe. He went 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually.
And then that random Eric Almirola win at Talladega that year.
And that was a terrible race that he won, too. Remember, that was the Stewart-Haas domination.
Oh, my gosh. Weren't they up by like 5 or 6 seconds over the whole field?
Yeah, it was just them in a line, and everyone else was just scrambling behind them.
Look, get rid of the Stewart-Haas cars. That's a pretty darn good race.
Yeah. But the Dover pick for me is Ryan Blaney.
I have not seen much of Blaney at Dover. Am I wrong? I have not.
Remember last year where he was like running second or third all day long, and the rest of Penske kind of sucked, but he got up alongside Truex at the end and almost got him for the win.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like he gets redemption for that this year.
That's valid. I'd like to see that, honestly. I'd like to see that even better than seeing Byron win it.
William Byron, he led like 200 laps last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
In that race.
That one.
I could see him winning that.
I remember 2021 at Dover. That's why I pictured it with, even though it's a very terrible picture. Google Sheets didn't want to do anything for me.
That's very compressed.
Well, stretched out as well.
Yeah.
I had to fit it on the entire
But that
screen.
was the Hendrick domination race.
Yeah, that was awesome. Didn't they lead like 380 something of the laps?
Yeah, that was like total team control in real life.
Oh, I need to get that game. I have 05 and 04. And 03.
06, I've played it, and it's actually pretty solid. The controls are a lot better than they are in 05.
Oh, those 05 controls killed me.
Yeah, it didn't help that like controllers back then had such dead zones in the steering.
Yeah, that.
So it makes you just fishtail.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no.
Those games are wild though when you're playing them in a chaotic mood.
Have you ever just gone to Talladega NASCAR 05, just turned the car around and just pelted the entire field?
I do that on every game. That's like a tradition.
What I do is, every now and again, I'll do a 100% race with 4 times on gas and tires. Every now and again, I'll just turn backwards. And then wreck them, cause a yellow. Everyone's got to pit anyways, so I just pit, and I'll stay on the lead lap. And they'll still have damage, the leaders will. So I'll just drive up, take the lead.
That's one way to win it for sure.
Yeah, I do that at Daytona every time I do a 100% race there.
You have a lot more stamina than me. I could never do 100% races.
Oh, I don't do it all in one sitting. I do like 50 laps here, pause it, do something else for a bit.
Oh yeah,
come back
that
to the game, do more. If I'm in the mood for it, I might finish it then. But if not, I'll just do something else.
Yeah, that makes it sound better than doing it all in one city.
Yeah, one time I did a 500 lap Martinsville just to finish like 17th or something like that. That was
500 laps for 17th.
Well, I did win stage 2 though, so I'm happy about that.
Now we know how someone like Ricky Stenhouse feels there.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that after Dover, we do have Kansas, which I have another spicy one here. Who do you got for Kansas?
I've got Chase win his second race of the year.
I like that. I want to see that. I really like.
I think it's his best intermediate.
I'd agree with that. But
and that was like the fall Kansas race was the one time last year where he looked really competitive.
Yeah, didn't he finish like 4th or 5th? But yeah, where did he finish that race?
He got like 5th or 6th, I think.
Who won that one? I don't remember.
Reddick won it.
Oh yeah, that was Reddick. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So who's your pick for it? You said it was a spicy one.
I'm staying in the Hendrick camp, but I got Bowman.
Oh, Alex Bowman.
Revenge on Kansas.
Well, he's due for a win there.
Yeah.
He's got close like 2 or 3 times.
I remember 2019. I was rooting for him so much.
Yeah, I was too, because he was battling with Keselowski.
I remember it was like what 100 or so laps to go. Chase passed him for the lead. I'm like, no, let him have this one. You can win next week.
for once, don't root for Chase Elliott.
That's the one time I found myself rooting against. I'm like, no, you stay there in second. Be a good teammate. Unlike Larson. But,
unlike Kyle Larson sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's Kansas for you. Now, after the Kansas race, we have Darlington.
That's the one I'm going to. I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a fun race.
That one, I think Kyle Larson goes back to back at Darlington and wins it.
I could see that happening. I didn't. That wasn't the first name I thought of, but he's definitely up there.
He's always been so good at Darlington, but he's also been so unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he tried doing the Hail Melon before it was the Hail Melon. Remember that?
Yeah, back in 2021 against Hamlin. I remember that.
He got so close. That would have been incredible.
Yeah, and then Creed did the same thing in 2022 and failed.
He tried passing Gregson and Larson, wasn't it?
And Larson too, yeah.
Yeah. That was a weird Xfinity race. I feel like the Xfinity finishes are even crazier than the Cup ones.
Yeah, it's like, you know how the Truck Series used to always have those crazy finishes at Mossport?
Oh my gosh, I miss those.
That's like the Xfinity finishes at Darlington now.
And Watkins Glen, too. You remember that one?
Yeah, when Sam Mayer just took out Ty Gibbs from 5 rows back.
That was awesome. And then there was one where Kligerman almost won.
I was so happy.
Wasn't that Mid-Ohio or Road America or something like that?
It might have been Mid-Ohio. I don't remember.
It was one with a super long straightaway. It was Parker Kligerman, Bailey Curry, all those guys were competitive.
Oh, it might have been Road America, because there was one rain race there.
Oh, wow. I remember
and that would have been like the only way.
Man, I really wanted to see Parker Kligerman get a win. I was rooting for him so hard.
I do too.
Year. And everyone online.
I think he wins maybe one in Xfinity this year.
That'd be cool. I don't have the mental brain power to do Xfinity predictions, so.
Yeah, I usually always just half do them compared to the Cup.
Yeah, it's like, I got a champion pick. I got Final Four pick. That's it.
Yeah.
But after the Kansas race, we do have the almighty. No, I'm sorry. Why I didn't do my Darlington pick? That's my bad. I got Hamlin. Yeah. My bad. But now that you're going, I need to change. I need to change it because you're going. because I don't want to jinx it.
Well, I did see Hamlin win at Bristol last year, so it's not like, yeah. Oh, that'd be rough.
I don't want him to win, but at Darlington, he's always competitive.
Yeah, that's sadly true.
But I feel like the Coke 600, we can finally have one that lines up. What do you think?
I think I know what you're getting at there.
So who do you got for the Coke 600?
We do have the All-Star race, though.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oops.
I think for the All-Star race, it'll be Chase.
Where's it at? Wilkesboro again?
Yeah.
Give me Larson. It's hard to bet against Larson.
Larson goes back to back at Wilkesboro, too.
Bring Wilkesboro to the main schedule. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, especially with the repave they're doing now.
Oh, that repave. Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're doing that this year.
That's gonna be a marquee event. I need to see that one.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they have, like... I wish they would do, like, progressive banking there, where you can run the high line.
Oh, yeah.
A progressively banked short track would be insane.
Oh, my gosh. That would be the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And we do have the Coke 600. Who do you got for that one?
That's where Tyler Reddick gets his first win of the season, I think.
Oh! Man! You're going to take it away from Chase, who gets revenge on the track that wronged him so many times?
I mean...
I
know he's been really good there in pretty much all the Coke 600s. But, I mean, remember Reddick last year? He was, like, right up there with Blaney the whole time.
That's true. Blaney and Byron and them.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against Reddick and really a Toyota at an intermediate there.
That's true. That's very true. Man, no, I'm less confident in Chase.
Although that's another one of Chase's best intermediates, though, so that's a good pick.
It's his best intermediate when he's not getting wrecked or pitting the wrong time.
Or wrecking Denny Hamlin last year, too.
Okay, that was funny. Before the suspension happened, that was I was laughing so hard.
I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious.
Like, I was mad that he got wrecked, but when I saw, he wrecked him, I'm like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that made it kind of better.
But yeah, I feel like that suspension really killed his playoff hopes. Since
it did in the long run.
Yeah. You can't complain about the past. Well, you can, and I'm going to continue to do it, but we do have Gateway. Now, you're going to like this pick. Let's hear yours.
You're not going to like this pick. It's Joey Logano.
Oh, boy. I mean, I see why. Because
he's won there before.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's always really good at the flat tracks.
That's
what
true.
I've noticed.
That's true. Man.
I thought either him, Hamlin, or Blaney.
Well, we did have one lineup for that, because I do have Blaney winning Gateway.
Oh, you got Blaney.
Yeah.
I can see that. He's
reigning champ. He's been
so good there.
Yeah, I remember. Wasn't he like 4th or 5th in one of them?
He's been top 5 in both of them, I think.
And that started in 22, was it not? Or was it 21?
It was 22.
Which track did that?
Because that was the year that Chastain and Hamlin got.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was funny. Then Chase and Hamlin tag teaming him. That was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was like every restart. It's like, oh boy, what are they doing now?
I was watching it that day at work. I was live streaming it, and every time I have to go on the air, I'd have to like just turn it off and keep my composure, or else I'd start laughing.
That was one of the stupidest things I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah, wildly entertaining, but it was dumb.
You know what else is dumb? Sonoma these days.
Yeah, that's like the start of the most forgettable stretch of the year.
Yeah. Who do you got for that one?
Larson.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We finally agree on one.
Oh, you got Larson too?
Yes, sir.
It's hard to pick against Larson there,
especially on Sonoma. Larson, I don't know why that's his home track too. So
yeah, it's his best road course. It's his home track. I mean, he's got everything going for him there.
Yeah, I do not see him slowing down at all there. And
no, not at all. That's his second win of the year on my list.
Yeah, that's his third for me on this one.
Second or third for you, I think.
Yeah, that's his third. Now for Iowa, Iowa's a wild card.
Yeah, because you never know how that could go.
Right. Who do you have for that one?
You're gonna like this pick really well. Christopher Bell.
Hey, I like that pick. However, I wasn't even thinking Toyota. I was thinking Chevy. I like Christopher Bell, but I have Alex Bowman winning this one. And the only other thing I couldn't find a picture of Alex Bowman at Iowa Speedway, so I had to get Alex Bowman and then Iowa by Slipknot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had to get Iowa by Slipknot to cover that.
That's the alternative album cover because the main one I don't like very much.
Yeah, that one's legendary though.
Oh,
that's a wild card pick. I would not have picked Bowman to win that one.
Well, and another thing that you never know what happens if Goodyear has one of their days.
Yeah, that's true too. I was just thinking back to how good Bell was in the Xfinity series there.
That's true. It was Bell and Briscoe were both really good there.
Yeah, I almost picked Briscoe for that, but I think SHR is just in the toilet right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick them for anything.
Like, I really want Gregson and Briscoe to do well, but I don't know what factors caused it. But after Martinsville 2020, SHR is just falling off a cliff.
Yeah, it's not been fun to watch for them at least.
Yeah. Now after
Iowa is Loudon.
Yeah, New Hampshire. Who do you have for that one?
Brad Keselowski.
Ooh. I have Keselowski
return
doing
to victory
stuff.
lane.
I like that. That would be a nice. Remember him with the crab, the lobster? I remember seeing.
Oh yeah, back in like 2020.
Something like that. Yeah. I like the lobster trophy. That's funny. But
yeah.
I do have Bell at New Hampshire for this one.
That's a good pick. I mean, that's easily his best track.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still mad about 2022 a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, because he did beat Chase for that one.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be as objective as possible.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, like, Chevy is not good at Loudon.
Yeah.
So it's
shocker
hard to
to
pick
see.
against Toyota or Ford.
Yeah. I remember, wasn't it Harvick bump and run Kyle Busch there about 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, that was back in like 2018.
That was funny.
Yeah. That was Harvick did that, then he won the next year by doing the same thing to Hamlin.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember Hamlin almost got him back.
Yeah, that was actually a fun race to watch.
That ending was incredible. Didn't Chase have power steering
I
go
wanted
bad in that one?
Power steering? I don't remember.
There was that whole summer stretch in 2019 was terrible.
Yeah, that was rough. I can remember that kind of vaguely.
Oh boy. And after New Hampshire, we have Nashville. Who do you have for Nashville?
Tyler Reddick, win number 2 on the year.
Ooh, I like that. I almost picked
Remember,
him.
he was really good there last year too.
I wanted him to win last year. I almost picked him for this year, but I do have William Byron winning this one.
Oh, that's a wild card pick for Nashville.
I feel like Byron really that's his missing ring last year. That was his title to lose. I felt like.
Yeah, that I don't think he's ever going to have that good of a year again.
Maybe possibly I doubt it though.
I mean, he's good. He could.
Yeah, he's capable of it.
But
I just don't know if the team around him is capable for it.
Right.
Especially with Elliott and Larson, the two of the most popular drivers. So of course they're going to dump more money into them.
Yeah, you know they're going to be the top dogs, I feel like.
Yeah, and then Bowman had that 4-win year a couple years ago.
Right. So, I mean, he could break out at any point, too.
Right. Hendrick in general, you never know what to expect. You can either have all of them be incredible, or you can have a 2018 year where all of them kind of sucked.
Yeah, let's hope not for that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible.
Let's get 2021 Hendrick back.
Oh, yeah. I would absolutely love that.
That was a good one. Now, who do you have for Chicago? Because
Yeah. Chicago?
Yeah.
Larson again is my pick for that one.
Ooh. I like that. I like Larson for that. However,
he becomes the road course king.
I want Elliott to do that first, though. But for the win of Chicago, I have Joey Logano.
Joey Logano. I love the picture, too.
I just think that Chicago last year was such a crapshoot, and I feel like it's going to happen again. Another crapshoot. You have someone.
Yeah, I mean, for Logano, he's not really a good road course guy,
right?
But I could see him doing it because he thrives off chaos.
Yeah, that's why he's wins so many plate races.
Yeah.
Now after that is Pocono.
He always wins the best races, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's like, why did he have to win?
He just ruins them.
Wasn't it was it him or Keselowski when Matt DiBenedetto was leading? I think that was Keselowski.
Yeah, that was Keselowski at Talladega.
Man, I was rooting for him at the end of that one, man. DiBenedetto.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Ugh. All those darn Penske cars always ruining all the fun. But I feel like a lot of fun's going to be ruined at Pocono. Who do you have winning that one?
I got Larson going 2 in a row.
Ooh.
Gets redemption for last year, too, for when Hamlin wrecked him.
I sadly have it going the other way. I have Hamlin repeating. I couldn't find a good picture, so I just stuck that one in there. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe he'll fail inspection again. Chase will win.
That's true. We can only hope if this becomes true.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what is the race after that? Why does my phone keep turning off? Why is it doing this? After Pocono is Indianapolis. Who do you have winning that one? The Return of the Brickyard.
The Return of the Brickyard.
Yes.
Oh, jinx. I've got Byron winning that one.
Ooh. That would be nice to see.
That one, it's also kind of a crapshoot. I wasn't sure who to pick for that.
I think it's going to be a real wild card, especially with the next-gen car.
Yeah, I mean, it could be either really, really good, I feel like, or really, really bad.
Yeah. It's either going to be like 4 wide like it was that one Xfinity race, or it's just going to be choo-choo.
Yeah. kind of pictured it being almost like the Indy 500, where you see like those slingshot moves on the straights.
Oh yeah, I like
That'd
those.
be awesome.
I like those. But I do like Chastain for this one though, and I had to do this cool black paint scheme because I thought that paint scheme was kind of cool, so I had to put it on there. I don't even know if it's from Indy.
That's from the Fontana race, I think.
I think I think so.
I love the chrome number on that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I could see Chastain winning that, especially if it gets chaotic.
Yeah, because every time there's something chaotic, you know Chastain's in the mix.
Yeah, and it depends on if Goodyear has a bad day.
Oh, yeah. Which you know they might. This is Indianapolis.
They usually do at Indy. I think the last couple races on the oval there have been marred by tire failures.
Yeah. You remember Hamlin blew a tire with about 7 or 8 laps to go there in 2020.
Yeah, he blew the tire and it caught on fire.
Yeah.
Because he hit the wall so daggone hard.
And Matt Kenseth almost won that race, too.
Yeah, that was weird. That was like his last gasp.
Yeah. That would have been nice to see him win, though. Because then... Actually, no, because then Chase would have lost Phoenix 2017 for nothing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I kind of forget about 2017 Phoenix for being a Chase loss, at least.
I try to forget about it because that one hurt.
It didn't hurt as bad as like some of the other losses.
Martinsville.
Did, it was Kenseth.
Martinsville. Ugh. But after the Indy race, we have Richmond again. Who do you have for this one?
This is where Ty Gibbs gets his first win.
Oh!
Short tracks, like flat tracks, are his bread and butter.
Yeah, and then Joe Gibbs, Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever we're calling them.
They always dominate Richmond.
I like that. I really like that. But I do like Brad Keselowski, though. I feel like...
That's a good pick. I think, didn't he almost win that last year, too?
He was pretty close, I think he was. He was definitely competitive. I just think that Brad Keselowski...
He was like right up there with Buescher.
Yeah, it wasn't 1-2. It was up in there in the top 10, I know that.
Yeah, 1-2 was at Daytona. That was
painful. Yeah. I really wanted to see Keselowski win Daytona, though.
Well, Chase, too, but I mean...
Yeah,
that's
looking back, yeah. After Richmond is Michigan. Who do you have winning Michigan?
I got a big-time wild card for this one.
Ooh.
Bubba Wallace.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah.
I did not...
remember...
That's not what I thought was going to come out of your mouth.
Because remember, like, he almost won 2022 there, if not for Logano playing blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like second to Harvick at the end.
I remember that one, yeah. That was when he was in the 45 for that one at the end of that year, wasn't it?
I think so.
Because for owners' points and stuff like that. But,
yeah.
Nothing,
what's your pick?
Nothing too interesting. I just have Keselowski winning again.
Are you keeping up with the Richmond, Michigan back-to-back trend?
Yeah, I had to do it.
It makes sense.
Even though they're
two
drastically different racetracks. And that's what I did want to do. I wanted to have him win at his home track.
Yeah, and plus Ford usually always is good there,
Oh, absolutely. Too. When Larson isn't kicking them in the pants.
Yeah.
And we do have the final race of the regular season after this is Daytona. Who do you have winning that one?
I think Darlington's the final race this year. Daytona's like the race before that.
Oh, snap.
Because they moved
another
Watkins
Darlington
into the playoffs.
There was another Darlington? Uh-oh.
Well, you got Daytona, and then you have Darlington after that.
Oh, snap. Uh-oh. I messed something up then.
Oh, you forgot Darlington?
I think so. Let's just throw Eric Jones in there then.
Good pick. Good pick.
Oops.
But for Daytona, though, speaking of Jones, that's my pick for then.
Oh! Well, that him back-to-back then. That'd be cool.
Yeah, he finally gets his Daytona win outside of the 2020 Clash.
No, he did win the
Bruh Clash.
No, do you remember he won 2018 Daytona? You remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was his first win.
Yeah, he held off Truex at the end.
I forgot about that.
I remember that race. That was one of the funnest. The Recce Spinhouse meme was born that night.
That was the Stenhouse Demolition Derby race.
Oh my god,
that was so fun watching that.
I mean, I was mad about the first wreck, but the second wreck, I was like, "Oh, now who's left?"
Yeah, just keep doing it. Just destroy the whole field, and we can.
I remember Casey Kane was top 10 at some point in that race.
He led. That was like the last time he looked really competitive.
It's sad that he had such an unceremonious end to his career. I feel like, I don't know.
I mean, especially at Levine family too.
I mean, I feel like that Indy race that he won in 2017. I don't know, that was his walk off.
Yeah, he was always good there too.
Yeah, even with Red Bull.
So it felt like a appropriate win.
Yeah, even though absolutely everything went chaotic in that race.
Yeah. So who was your Daytona pick?
Daytona, I have Ryan Blaney.
Oh, Blaney.
I have him doing it again.
Finally gets the Daytona win.
Wait, didn't he win there 2021, was it?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I remember there was that was a wreck fest at the end.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that he's won Daytona before.
Yeah, when I think about that, I think the Daytona. I think the 500.
Yeah, I never think of the Coke 400.
Yeah, the Pepsi 400. Coke Zero 400.
Yeah, the Pepsi 400.
Why don't you just call it the Dr. Pepper
Figured
400?
with a throwback.
Pepsi 400, Dale Jr. I had to. Now, who do you have for Atlanta?
Well, I didn't say my Darlington pick either.
Oh, whoops, my bad. I forgot. Let's hear that.
Yours was Jones.
Yeah.
Right?
Who was yours?
Mine's Reddick.
Oh, that would be an
He's
awesome
been
race.
pretty solid at Darlington.
Especially in Xfinity, right? He's been. If my memory serves me right, he won there once. It was either him or
I think
Custer.
he did win there in Xfinity one time.
Yeah, he was shockingly good that 2019 year.
Yeah, and like, I can remember last year he was leading before Larson caught back up to him at the end of the Darlington race.
Yeah. Larsonisms.
So now we're at Atlanta.
Yeah. Who do you got for that one?
Logano again.
No, not him. Ew.
I'm following the even numbered year trend.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Where he wins at least 2 races every even numbered year.
What is it? Oh, yeah. Now, my Atlanta pick...
Yeah, I hate to do it, but yeah.
Yeah. My Atlanta pick kind of got a little stupid. I had to go Briscoe for this one. I feel like it's going to be a wreck fest. Everyone's going to try to do something, and everyone's going to wreck.
You may be right about that one. I mean...
He's not going to be in the playoffs.
That's why they put Atlanta in the playoffs.
Winning that race randomly, it'd be like, oh, what happened to him? Where did he come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that'd almost be like watching like David Reagan win Talladega.
That race, holy smokes! I did not watch that live. That was before my time, but I saw the replay of that. That race was crazy.
I watched that race. That was one of the first races that I watched live.
Oh, wow.
It was. I had to sit through the whole rain delay, and that was crazy.
Imagine the poor people who had to sit through the 2012 Daytona 500 delay.
Oh yeah,
I heard that there was a lot of
I
funny
can't even
shenanigans
imagine.
happening in that one, though. Dale Jr. and Brad Keselowski racing to the porta potty, the jet dryer.
Yeah, that was like the craziest 500 that I can ever remember.
Carl Edwards asking for Cheez-Its.
Yeah, and Dave Blaney leading at the end.
Yes! If they had just called it there, that would have been incredible.
Yeah, get Dave Blaney his win.
And after Atlanta, we do have Watkins Glen. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're thinking there.
What are you thinking?
Chase Elliott
Yes, sir.
gets his triumphant return to road course or Watkins Glen Victory Lane.
Yes. After running out of gas.
Redemption for 2022.
And 2021, where he almost caught all the way up to Larson.
Yeah, that was the best drive I think I've ever seen him put together.
Yeah. Coming from last to
Because
second.
he came back from like last to second in the end.
Yeah. That race.
That was incredible.
Yeah, even though he didn't win, I still feel like that was amazing.
That's one of the most forgotten drives by him, but it was
Yeah.
insane.
And after that is Bristol. Who do you have winning Bristol?
The night race.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good one.
Seabell.
Oh, I like that. I really like that. I almost...
last year, he should have won that race last year.
Yeah.
He was so good there.
But things happen, you know.
Yeah.
In this one, I have
Years.
Kyle Larson happening.
Larson, he finally gets to beat Hamlin. Redemption for last year.
Yeah, and I feel like Hamlin's going to be a crybaby about it.
Yeah, he'll whine about how nothing ever goes his way. And yeah.
And after Bristol, to kick off the round of 12, we have Kansas.
I hate to say it, but Hamlin, I think, wins that one.
I'm also in the Toyota camp. I feel like Hamlin's definitely pretty clutch at Kansas. Remember 2019?
Yeah, and last year he was the fastest car there in the fall race.
Yeah. And then Tyler Reddick happened. And, oh dear, Tyler Reddick happened again.
Oh, he goes back to back, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Reddick...
Well, not back to back, I guess, because they race in the spring too. But,
True. But back-to-back fall race.
But still, I like that pick.
I like Reddick. It's a shame that he got pumped to Toyota, but I feel like him in an RCR car would have been so awesome to be still there.
Yeah, but he's the same driver.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really
And
matter to
he's
me.
getting better year by year.
Yeah, and he's always really good at riding the high line.
Oh yeah, he runs the Larson line better than Larson sometimes.
Sometimes he does.
Sometimes, yeah. So after Kansas, we have Talladega. Who do you have winning Talladega?
Talladega, I've got the what the heck winner, like the most surprising winner of the year, Zane Smith.
Whoa! Holy moly! Wow!
This is
Talladega.
solely on a gut feeling.
Holy moly! I mean, I like that.
He did win. He did win back-to-back truck openers at Daytona.
That is true. I will give him that.
So he's good at the plate tracks.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a factor. But at Talladega, you're going to love the picture of this, by the way. I have Big Bad Brad.
that is the epitome of what you just said.
Big Bad Brad. Oh my goodness.
I could definitely see that though. I mean, we know he owns Talladega.
Yeah. Either him
Apart
or Busch.
from the Earnharts, he owns Talladega.
Yeah. I remember 2014 was it? He was must win and he won.
Yeah, that was a clutch win.
Then 2017 he went and beat Ryan Newman.
Yeah, that was a demo derby of a race too. That was
Didn't Dale
only
Jr.
like
finish
12 cars
fourth?
finished.
Dale Jr. almost had a chance to win that one at the end.
Yeah, I was so mad that he didn't get his fair shake at the end.
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Because like Logano blocked him all the way to the wall.
Yeah. If Logano wasn't a little rat, then Junebug could have gotten that.
He might have won that.
Yeah. And after Talladega, we have the Roval. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm actually not this time. No.
Oh. What are you thinking?
Reddick.
Oh, wow. So you really have Reddick's breakthrough year here. Holy smokes.
Oh yeah, you'll find out the extent of it later.
Oh, wow. So for the Roval, I have Elliott, fifth one of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I had Chase down for this race, but I keep thinking, Reddick's going to win on a road course next year.
That's true. That's true. He has to win one of them.
So I got to pick him for that.
That's true. And
you had the picture of the 2020 win there.
Yeah.
That's one of
the
that's
rain
one of his
one.
most underrated wins.
I feel like the first Roval one is one that I like it. I like the first one a little bit better, even though the second one was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the first one was when he wrecked and then came back and won.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I was so happy when that happened. I was listening to it in the church parking lot, I believe it was. That was an awesome race.
I mean, that was an awesome race. Awesome drive by him.
And who do you have for Vegas to kick off the round of 8?
Vegas. I've got Ryan Blaney.
Ooh.
Punches his ticket to the championship 4.
I have Kyle Busch punching his way to the Final 4 in this one.
You got Busch winning the fall race. I got him winning the spring race.
So it kind of matches up a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that though. That's a good pick, like I said earlier.
Yeah, I do like that pick though.
Also, you got Busch to the championship 4.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a wild card.
I had to. But now, who do you have for Homestead?
Reddick.
Ooh, that's a good one. Why didn't I think of him?
Yeah, he's due for a Homestead win because of how good he is there.
I just went with the norms and had Larson doing it again.
Oh, you got Larson getting his second win there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. You can never count him out there.
Right, and I mean, neither can you count out Reddick. I think now that we're talking about it, and now that I'm actually thinking about it, I do think that Reddick has a lot much of a better shot.
Well, I wouldn't say really a better shot, but
definitely
he's about as even with Larson, I think.
Seeing those two go head to head would be incredible.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
Now, Martinsville, a place with a lot of emotions for us. Who do you have winning that one?
Yeah. I've got, in the same vein as Kenseth in 2017, I've got Martin Truex Jr. getting a walk-off win there.
Oh, wow. I like that.
I think that'll be his final win, too.
Wow. Well, holy smokes, because I think we have a very similar storyline going on here. I do have Denny Hamlin winning Martinsville.
It's his final win?
No, not Hamlin. Not Hamlin.
Ah.
But Hamlin clinches his way to the Final 4. I think the Final 4 this year is going to turn out to be Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. I think Elliott misses out by a few points. I think, yeah, I don't know.
I thought you were going to say that'd be Hamlin's final win. I was going to get so excited.
No, but well, now Phoenix. So actually, who is your final four?
My final four: Reddick, Blaney, Larson, and Byron.
I like that. Now,
Kind of a repeat of last year. Just add Reddick in.
that's a good one. Who do you have winning the race? It doesn't have to be necessarily the champion, but
The race and the champion will be Tyler Reddick.
wow, I like that a lot. I
told you I'd have Reddick's breakout year.
wow, I'd love to see that happen. I really would like to see that. Now, I do have Martin Truex riding into the sunset for his final win at Phoenix.
He gets his final win in his final race.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a bittersweet thing. But I do have Mr. Larson man getting championship number 2 in 2024.
Ooh, you got Larson winning the championship.
It's hard to bet against him.
Kind of getting revenge for last year.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Yeah, I can see that. And for a while, I had Larson as my champion.
Yeah,
But I just keep...
I think
I
Larson
get a
and
good
Reddick.
feeling about Reddick. Though.
Larson and Reddick. Those two are going to be two of the hot shots.
I mean, I think that they're two of the most talented drivers in the series right now.
Absolutely agreed. I feel like if Kyle Larson wanted to go to F1, he could smack Max Verstappen if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Reddick isn't too far off from that. They're
Right.
just that good.
That's true. Well,
And we did forget one race
which one?
this weekend, the Clash.
Oh, yeah, the Clash. How did I forget? Oh, well,
We get another 16 caution wreck fest, I'd say.
well, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a crapshoot. The video is going to be coming out on Friday, so 2 days from the release of this video is the race at the Clash at the Coliseum.
Oh,
Now,
so it'll be fresh in everyone's minds at that point.
that's true. Who do you have winning at the Clash?
Kyle Busch.
Oh, again?
Remember, I think he's gotten second there in both 22 and 23.
That's true. That's true. Ooh, who do I pick for the Clash? I never really thought about that one.
It's hard to pick him just because it's such a crapshoot.
Throw caution into the wind. Give me Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez. Wow.
I don't make the rules.
I mean, I'd be cool with that.
I want to see him
That'd be
do
a good
something.
win.
I don't see him getting any wins other than that this year, but it'd be nice to see him win one of those. Or to do
It
something
would be nice to
crazy
see
in the
him at least
All-Star
get
Open.
a win, you know?
He can win the All-Star Open and do something crazy like that, too.
Yeah.
Well, with that all being said, I feel like that will conclude today's video about the 2024 NASCAR predictions. I expected this to be about 20 minutes, but we managed to push it to an hour and 20.
Yeah.
Once
Well,
again,
time flies when you're having fun, though.
absolutely agreed. Well, once again, I want to thank you, Matt, for coming on the show, and would you like to be a regular correspondent on racing to the Silly Goose Sports Talk? Maybe weekly thing, something like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I'd love to come on every now and then.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been hyping this up for forever.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it finally come to fruition. It's been really fun.
We finally did it. And what's it going to get? 2 views?
Well, hopefully more than that, but I'd be happy with that.
Well, absolutely. Maybe we can get this to blow up. Who knows? But with that all being said, thanks again to Matt for joining us, and thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of the Silly Goose Sports Talk. See y'all next week.
All right, that was fun.
Perfect.